So about since July, as I've mentioned, since I've been living here in France after I left Barcelona because of all of the strange things that were going on, I applied for something called the CAF. So now the CAF is a type of aid that you can get if you have children or if you need to pay the rent, right? Mind you, again, most of the time when these kind of things happen, the first thing that the devil tries to do is target your finances, right? So from July, I had applied to this, and we are in January. Not only because, mind you, to have this benefit, whatever, you also have to go through the Social Security. The Social Security Department also, because I did everything at the same time since July, just randomly, also at this office here where I live in Agde, AGDE, has tried to C-block me from being able to get the Social Security number, and then after that, being able to open my file properly in the CAF, right? So what they've been doing most of the time is like, oh, we didn't get this document. Oh, we didn't get that document. All right. So now this time I checked and they made them stamp and I'm like, it's December. You have all the documents. You have everything you need, right? So I now asked for it to be taken to another department because let it be taken to like a mediator or whatever, like someone who intervenes and looks over it, right? So I applied for that on the site. Like I said, this area, or it's heavily diabolical with like infiltration from all types of lower entities, or I don't know. But so they give me a number for somebody for the CAF. The guy sees my file. He's like, oh, they try to go around it. I have a Spanish permanent residency, so I am entitled to get these benefits, even if I don't have the French residency, because it's part of a law for the European Union. And they know this. Because if it was so simple and it was just a no, they wouldn't have had me going in circles since July. That's period. So then the guy is like there, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to just take it again to another department higher, right? Because it's like a court or something that has to decide. I get all the documents. ChatGPT tells me everything I need to get. Go pay my postage. I posted the video about the postage thing where that same day where I went to the mail, another sim in freaking Korea from classes that I teach in English started talking about exactly what I did that day, which no one would have known because obviously I didn't post it anywhere. That was something that I did, right? Had an inkling because I saw the lady. She looked like she was a little parasitic. Heard her simming, right? And I said, let me get my receipt just in case, because you know how these little MFers like to do, right? Lo and behold, what are the odds that that is supposed to arrive in 3 days? And since Thursday, the day that I put it in, there has been no extra information on where that letter is. I have the recording of the little bee that was the one that assisted me, because what they try to do is they try to like put other characters like you'll be with that person and then like another person will ask like, hey, would you want to be? No, I want that one. That's how you have to be, because they go trying to switch up faces. No, I want that one. So therefore, I have the recording. It's in French of her telling me like, yeah, because I keep asking, I'm like, well, that's pretty strange, right? Doesn't all the mail go out together? What are the odds that like my mail in particular would be lost? Isn't that really weird? Again, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a simulation. People who are a threat to the simulation continuously have to take extra steps just to get the most basic things done. And in this case, it's an attempt for me not to receive extra aid or money from the CAF or whatever that I need, because obviously we like they've done everything they could so that I cannot work my normal job that I was making before. So therefore, they are continuously doing things, and I will go in person. I will do it. Listen, at this point, the way we are, or two things are going to happen, or everybody's going to effing wake up and realize you live in a simulation. We're going to dismantle this whole nonsense, or yeah, I'm going to just be there making sure that, like I said, I get compensation for every single last thing. Every single, not only for myself, but for every brother and sister in Christ that has gone through similar things and not been aware that it was all because in one way or another, it was the simulation targeting them. Even if they didn't want to use those words because you're not aware of why certain things are sometimes happening to you. But I will do my best to make sure that these kind of things are exposed so that you see what I'm talking about. Because especially in my situation here in the Mediterranean, it's been like crazy. Like it's been crazy, like evident. Like I haven't been the one recording everything, but from now on, I'm going to do that, because I think like you need to see that you cannot have that many glitches. You cannot have that many coincidences. You know what I mean? So therefore, I'm recording every last person. I'm putting everyone on blast. I do not care. I don't care if you have I don't care. I have a family too. And no one's cared about all the stuff that has been happening. And most of these people are like parasitics, because I know the difference between the ones that are like good and I know the ones that start simming and they're acting parasitic and already give you the inkling like, And I already said this post office was shenanigans, because I was going to mail my stuff to America. And I even said, you know what? I'm going to do that straight FedEx because I don't trust these MFers. But I figured, well, let's see, right? Let's see. Because every proof is another proof that we live in a simulation.
Au revoir. Bonjour. Donc, la dernière fois, tu donnais moi ça.
Ouais, je vous ai donné, oui.
Oui, je cherche maintenant et n'est pas activé pour dire moi où est
On va regarder.
Oui.
C'est pas moi qui l'active, hein, c'est le centre.
Non,
courrier,
ouais. Oui.
Non, mais voilà, c'est
Et pour, si tu peux regarder plus
oui, il n'y a
mieux.
pas de regarder. Il n'y a pas de souci, je vais regarder ça. Alors, trace, je me souviens bien, ouais.
Parce que c'est 3 jeux et jeudi, il n'est pas une activation, c'est strange.
Ah voilà, déjà ça ira beaucoup mieux avec mes lunettes. Parce que je crois que je suis Jones, mais je suis pas Jones.
Normalement, tous les courriers allaient jaunes, non? Ensemble, non?
Ouais,
Mm.
8, 7. En tout cas, c'est parti le jour.
Le 8 de janvier,
125.
dit qu'elle part ici, mais après de ça, elle n'est pas
Après,
information.
Ouais, j'espère qu'ils l'ont flashé. Après, c'est juste là, ça. Est-ce qu'ils l'ont flashé ou pas? Ça, je peux pas vous dire. Nous, on les flash pas, c'est le centre courrier, mais bon, j'espère qu'ils l'ont fait.
En face, c'est ouvert au fond?
Au fond, c'est. Au fond, ouais. 43, 30, voilà.
Et c'est une or
Rien.
final.
Ouais. Rien. Aucun truc de flashé. Ils l'ont pas flashé.
Et pourquoi?
Bah ça, je ne sais pas.
Hein?
Je n'ai pas de suivi. Je vais le regarder sur
Oui, mais les raisons pour faire le suivi, c'est pour aller très rapide et arriver à l'étape, oui.
C'est pas rapide, hein, c'est juste.
Non, les 3 jeux, oui.
Voilà,
Et c'est étrange?
Ouais.
Parce qu'il n'est pas allé seul, non? Aller avec ensemble tous les autres courriers.
Après, il doit y avoir des. Je vais regarder sur là. Rechercher. Non. Alors, il faut faire une réclamation au 36-31.
Ah, ok.
36-31.
Et où est les... Non, mais après les agents que j'ai payés pour les cartes et tout ça,
il
quoi.
faut faire le 36-31, je vous dis, avec le numéro de suivi.
Mhm.
Et eux, ils vous tiendront au courant. Ils vont vous dire pourquoi ça n'a pas été fait. Et ils vont si jamais il doit y avoir une indemnisation, c'est eux qui vous envoient une indemnisation.
Ok,
Nous, on ne s'en
mais c'est
occupe pas.
strange. Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Parce que des fois, ça arrive qu'ils ne l'ont pas flashé, et il n'y a pas du tout de suivi. Et là, avec le numéro que j'ai, donc j'ai tout rentré sur mon logiciel, je n'ai aucun suivi, comme vous, exactement pareil que vous. J'ai rien.
Mais n'est pas c'est normal, non?
Non, c'est pas normal.
C'est la première fois que c'est passé
Alors,
ici?
Après, ça arrive, hein, je dis pas que ça arrive pas, mais normalement, c'est pas normal. Ça, c'est sûr et certain que c'est pas normal. Normalement, ça devrait être flashé et vous devriez avoir le flashage lorsque la lettre est distribuée. Et là, pour l'instant,
mais c'est
on a
une
rien.
chose strange parce que pour ça, j'ai dit les tickets parce que.
Ah, mais le ticket, c'est juste pour votre compte. Ça n'a rien à voir avec votre reçu.
Mais c'est une chose strange,
c'est pas
non?
normal.
Parce que normalement, c'est normal parce que normalement dans les courriers, tous les.
Tout à fait. Après, voilà, c'est eux qui vont faire. Eux, ils vont aller envoyer un mail à la plateforme qui devait flasher pour voir ce qu'il en est.
Ok.
Voilà. 36-31.
Que c'est strange. Ok, merci. Au revoir. So that's just an example. Okay, I just went to the post office. So this went out on the 8th of Thursday, January. Mind you that this is a document that has to be sent because, again, like I said, at the CAF and at the Malady, the Social Security, they've been cock blocking me since June. So what are the odds that the documents, and this is in French, if y'all know French, y'all can translate that crap. Anyways, but she's saying, and I'm going to show you, that the document has disappeared from the mail. Mind you, this is in the mail. I live in Agde, A-G-D-E, okay? So I'm just telling you, all of these situations, all of these little coinky dinks, because of course, this wouldn't be a simulation that Jesus came to talk about. No, of course not. So therefore, I'm going to have to put in now I have to report it, right? Just to make an extra step. So I'm just letting you guys know when you say, why you this and that, I'm just showing you all the processes. What are the odds that the document and the reason why I asked for the ticket, it was honestly because I heard the chick simming, believe it or not, because I wasn't gonna ask her for the receipt. I asked her for the receipt because I heard her simming. I hear them. So I already was suspicious of her, all right, and her little attitude. And now, what are the odds? If you heard the recording, you can hear that the woman is claiming like, oh, and I say to her, I'm like, it's pretty strange, right? That would just happen like that. Does the mail just go missing like that normally? Oh, and she goes, no. I'm like, because the mail usually goes out all together, right? So what are the odds that particularly my mail that has to dispute this argument would go out? Just another day of shenanigans for you guys to see that Jesus is king and this is a fucking simulation. Thank you.